Hello there, Mother Dearest. It is Sunday, August 13th, and we're doing a garden tour. So come, let's take a look. We have finished with the potatoes, cleaned out all the weeds. It's time to dig. Dug a few here real quickly before we turn the camera on. Here's our purples. Yeah, very nice. And we have a lot because we have the whole row to go. So we dug a few here earlier in the season. These are all fingerlings here. There's your funny fingerlings. Yeah. And got lots of these. Looks like these produce really well. Onward, onward, onward. Oh, while we're on this row, broccoli was decimated. They're trying to come back between groundhogs and bugs. Very bad. Might have to use row covers next year. Same thing with eggplant. You can see the flea beetles. Shotgun holes in the flea beetles, just grand. Then we have a new problem this year. Well, it started last year. I took some compost and we got yellow nut sedge. And this is a true sedge and it has rhizomes and tubers. And it has a network of roots and it's very hard to eradicate. So we got issues. Got some green peppers. These are ready. We've had a few of these, haven't we, Christy?
We have.
We have, okay. So eggplants are sad. We've already picked all the hot peppers. Japanese eggplants seem more hardy than the normal eggplant. This again is amaranth, which I told you about last year, which we eat these leaves. They make a grain and a seed, and you just come up every year. These are really good. Great to saute. A little bit bitter right now because it's into the season. This is probably the prettiest eggplant we've got. Right here, Mom. One pretty eggplant. So I don't think we're going to be doing much eggplant parm this year now, are we? That's okay, we're busy. We have tomatoes. Well, actually in here, this is where salad was. So the salad, we did okay with salad. Groundhog got his share, but we got our share as well. The chard are tough, man. They just keep coming. I'm really impressed with chard. Got a lot of bug issues, but these are still good. You know, this is still flavor. This is awesome. Yum. Okay, so we have big beef tomatoes. 4 plants. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to pick tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are Celebrity. No, these are Brandywines. 1, 2, 3, 4. They all have a little bit of blight. I've cleaned them up a little bit. These are Celebrities. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are hybrids. So are the Brandywines. You'll notice these are a lot shorter than the others. They were all decimated by deer at the beginning of the season. All 16, taking the tops off of all of them. Celebrities did not come back. All the other guys came back, but Celebrities couldn't handle it. And these have some kind of funky blight on them. I've cleaned them up a lot, but you can see this. It's not a late blight. I'm not really sure what that is. Tomatoes have so many diseases. These are our mortgage lifters. We've already picked once and twice. Worst yield we've had yet with the mortgage lifters. Bummer. So we took a bunch from the bottom and made sauce, but you'll see the tops have some flowers, but very few fruit up on top. It's just been a crappy year. Same here. Look, I mean, look at this. Usually these are massive. So I don't know if it was the deer that ate all the flowers, because they did eat all the flowers, and maybe they couldn't come back. This guy's got a few big sets on the bottom, but once they're done, that's it. This guy, the deer ate all of him, all the flowers, and now I got this big massive plant with like no fruit. What a waste. So growing season was beautiful, not too hot, didn't have to have the water too much. Tomatillos, yeah, these are coming on. These will be nice. We'll have a tomatillo sauce before too long. They are always a little bit late. But the weather was beautiful, but we got crappy yields, and I think it's from bugs and deer and groundhogs. Beans, had to replant the beans. The first set of beans didn't emerge, but now these guys are coming on strong. So beans are always a guaranteed crop. Oh, look back there. Strawberries. Those are all strawberries in there. Next year they should be stronger. We got a few this year. We just planted them this year. This is the first planting. And they're probably going to spread. Beans are kicking butt. Got to pick. We've picked many messes so far. We've given them away. We've eaten them. These I'm going to let go for seeds for next year. Here's a volunteer tomato. I should just pull him. Nothing's. Look at that blight. See that? I'm going to just yank this whole guy. More beans. Poor little tomatoes. These guys are pretty good producers, even though they didn't really come back and grow again. Volunteer. More Brandywines. Same ones. Beans, 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 and tomatoes. We'll be picking all these tonight because we're making another sauce. These guys are for, see, we let these go real long because these will be our seeds for next year. Then we come around, that's all fallow over there because we didn't want to plant the whole garden. So we let it go fallow. Another tomatillo. These are radishes, I believe. What did we plant? Yes, these are radishes. So these are going to go to seed. Now we're going to have radishes out the kazoo next year. We had great crop of radishes in here, and of course I've been a bad gardener and just kind of let it go. I'll just churn all that underneath. These I planted as a whim from the local gardener guy. These are called Cameroons, and they're Italian. And you eat the stalk, and the stalk tastes supposedly like an artichoke. You can fry it, you can saute it, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. They're perennials, so they'll come back next year. And they're a thistle. They're part of the thistle family. So they have this big, beautiful purple bloom. Not going to do it this year because I planted them late, so they're probably just getting acclimated. We planted a bunch of wildflowers, and maybe 3 of them came up. We got good squash yield, good zucchini yield out of just a couple plants. Pickling cucumbers did crappy this year. Bummer. We just couldn't get, you got to pick them while they're small, and we couldn't get enough to make a batch. Actually, they just did poor yield. I don't know why. These are, I think, zinnias or something. These were part of the wildflower bunch. They came back. They're pretty. Pollinating. We don't see any honeybees. All we see is bumblebees. The honeybee population's like decimated, man. I don't know. These are more amaranth. Now see that stalk? That's full of seeds. So we will always, that's another plant I can't eradicate. They're going to be going nuts. These are something that I bought from the local guy. I forget what they are, but they're pretty. Just to add some color. Catnip. I don't know what we're going to do with this. Actually, you did some catnip, didn't you? Yes, you did. Nasturtiums. We had some spinach in here, which didn't really do too well. It's kind of done. And some beets. A couple of things of beets. Beets are ready. Honey, we can do another. Cook some beets up tonight. Yeah, they're actually very nice. And that's kind of what we got. That's our garden. See our little, these are pretty, aren't they? Marigolds, nasturtiums, and the strawberries are in there somewhere. So that's it. August 13th. Yay. Bye.